Out on the campaign trail, U.S. President Joe Biden had to briefly pause his re-election pitch to mark and mourn the loss of U.S. soldiers, honoring the dozens injured, too.
We had a tough day last night in the Middle East. We lost 3 brave souls.
Biden called for a moment of silence before vowing to retaliate.
And we shall respond.
The U.S. says unmanned drones attacked this small base known as Tower 22 in northeastern Jordan along the border with Syria. In a statement, the White House said, "We know it was carried out by radical Iran-backed militant groups operating in Syria and Iraq, and we will hold all those responsible to account at a time and in a manner our choosing."
This is a very important escalatory step. In some ways, it's what we've been worrying about.
U.S. soldiers have been targeted in similar attacks, prompting retaliatory airstrikes by American forces. But this is the first time U.S. troops have been killed in the region since the Hamas-Israel conflict began.
But it's another very dangerous step because, as I say, the U.S. will have to respond even more strongly than it's done to previous attacks.
On social media, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham urged Biden to strike targets of significance inside Iran, adding the U.S. should hit Iran now, hit them hard. House Speaker Republican Mike Johnson wrote, "America must send a crystal clear message across the globe that attacks on our troops will not be tolerated." As Biden weighs his options, this moment requires a significant response, according to a former NATO Supreme Allied Commander.
This is a time to try to cap off the tit for tat. Get it stopped. Convince the Iranians they can't afford to play this game.
Katie, this drone strike is raising concerns about a broadened conflict. Do we have any sense yet who launched it?
The U.S. believes the drone itself was launched from somewhere in Syria, and they're in the process of confirming additional details. The Biden administration has repeatedly said it does not want this conflict to expand. And how the U.S. responds in this moment, it could shape whether it does broaden. Canada has troops in the region, and so we checked in with military officials, and they confirmed to CBC News no members of the Canadian Armed Forces were injured or affected in this attack. Ian.
Katie Simpson in Washington, thanks.